sports, but if you're just a sole football player, you're doing football workouts pretty much year-round.
Yeah, but back then, I say back then, in the 80s, we didn't have summer workouts. I would assign a coach to the weight room, and the kids would come up on their own time and just lift.
Yeah, and it was up to them to get it done, right?
Yeah. There wasn't any other coaches up there. The coaches basically either teaching summer school or had jobs somewhere else. Coaches don't pay that much, and so they had other jobs to do too. But yeah, we didn't get into this full summer workouts until Rush Probst and that group came along, and in the 90s, the mid 90s, and the camps and the clinics and everything that they had, they really started then. And after that, it was full board, 5 days a week, 2-3 diet times a day,
right.
Workouts. It's tough now. It's tough. Football is the toughest thing about football, man, and I kid about this, but I mean it. Think about another sport where you got to put on a helmet, you got to put on shoulder pads, you got to put on pants, and then you got to put pads on them, and you got to tape yourself all up, and you got to do that every day. It's you put all that equipment on, and you work for the sole purpose of being a team.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about the game.
Well, the other member of our broadcast crew, also all-star water boy for most of those teams Coach McCracken coached down at Robert E. Lee. Mac McCracken down on the field. Mac, how's it going down there on the little sunny afternoon here at Bulldog Stadium, isn't it?
Absolutely. Jonathan Chandler's got the best sidelines. He's not facing the sun, so he definitely chose the right one. But going back to what you mentioned about how much it's changed from spring training. When I was taking the bus over from Goodwin Junior High School over to Lee, Dad, I think that was Dad's first time doing that. That'd been 93. He had spring in February. And we froze during that, but it was a 2-week straight spring training. So I think you got a little bit of the basketball players, and then that's when baseball started. So we did what we could do, but yeah, it's definitely changed, like Pop said, Van. But I tell you, I was in the locker room. There's a lot of trash talking right now going between these coaches. It looks like it's going to be a fun little game tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, Mac, real quick, tell Van about your experience with Fred Beasley when you were in the 9th grade.
Yeah, so I get out there, and basically I was third string quarterback, a little puny 9th grader, weighing about 135 pounds. And I arrive at the practice for our spring game, which we basically played each other, a scrimmage, like at 11 o'clock on the Saturday morning. And the 2-time back-to-back state champion quarterback, Jeff Bazemore, comes up to me, and he starts coughing. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm out. I don't have to play today." So I look over at the other one. The other one comes limping in, the second straight quarterback, and he's like, I said, "What are you doing?" He said, I hurt my leg. And I said, "So are you go?" He goes, "I'm out too." And then Coach Perry just came up to me and said, "You got full duty." So I go out there, and I'm taking on back-to-back state championship defense, who's just talking all kinds of, you can imagine what they're calling the coach's son on the defensive line. And the next thing you know, they stick old number 23 over there, Fred Beasley, and I run like a little midline option, and he just breaks me in half.
Yeah, that's when you picked up the water cooler, right, and just started toting it around.
That's what I chose with the hard ball.
Management. There you go. That's Mac McCracken down the sidelines. Van Riggs alongside Coach Spence McCracken. We are counting it down to the red versus black game, and the red team will be wearing the white jerseys tonight. Black team in the black jerseys. They've split these squads into just over 70 on each team. A big crew out for the spring here for the Opelika Bulldogs. That does include the upcoming 9th graders who are currently 8th graders. And they will, of course, split off, as Coach Speakman mentioned in the pregame show. If you missed us, they'll split off and, of course, have their own team. Now, there will be a select few of those that will be playing with the Bulldogs on Friday nights that will come up. As you remember, Jarrell Stinson, there's been many 9th graders, Coach, that have contributed and done their part. to help out the Bulldogs on Friday nights. We'll take a quick break, come back. We'll get you ready. Kickoff just around the corner. We're at Bulldog Stadium, 2021 spring football game coming up here on Fox Sports 910, 1310 a.m. The Game. Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium. We're getting ready for the 2021 spring football game between the red team and the black team here at Bulldog Stadium. A little bit more in-depth look at each squad tonight. The black team will be coached by Adam Massey, who, of course, normally during the season is the defensive coordinator. Offensive coaches Jared Fleming, Jamie Ferguson, Tom Landers, and Tommy Traylor. And then on the defensive side, Coach Massey's going to be relying on the GOAT over there, Kenny Prescott, and Alex Dowdell will be helping him out call the shots on defense. Over on the red team, which will be wearing the white jerseys for those watching on the YouTube stream and on the video side, your coaches will be Jonathan Chandler. He'll be the head coach, of course, normally the offensive coordinator during the regular season. His offensive coaches, Bam Prescott, Montre Battle, Ben Landers, Bradley Gibson on the defensive side, Jimmy Johnson, Jeremy Pickens, Jamel Smith, and Terrell Owens. So there you go. Those are your coaches. JT McCardle, Bryce Speakman over on the red team. We mentioned Roman Gagliano and several others will be contributing at quarterback. Over on the black team, Ja'Cory Thornton and Caden Cooper, two of the running backs that will get a lot of the carries here, at least early, for the black team. Grady Bynum, one of the big targets over wideout for the black team. I will say this, the red team's pretty stacked with wideouts. Sean Jones, Javante Connor, a couple of big targets there. They also have Jamori Thomas and Calvin Hughley there at running back. So be interested to see how those two offenses fare, and Coach Speakman pretty much split out things pretty evenly. And we'll, of course, looking at some players coached from last year. I brought my spotting chart from last year, and I just grayed out everybody that's gone. And when at first glance, it's a little overwhelming. You look at a lot of gray on here, Coach. We're looking at 9 offensive linemen, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, your place kicker. And then over on the defensive side, 4 defensive line starters that are gone, 2 starting cornerbacks, and 3 linebackers that got a lot of playing time last year. Coach, you've been through this. This is where these young guys can really step up. But I know for folks listening and folks watching the stream right now, they're not looking at the sheet I've got right now. But a lot of gray on here. Now, that's not to say that a lot of these other guys that were second and third team guys didn't contribute a lot. Most of the defensive linemen were either 50-50 or, you want to say starters, or some of these second-team guys could have been starters last year, so it's not quite as overwhelming. But you do have a lot of positions to fill. The big one, though, and when you talk to anybody around this Opelika football team, Coach, is going to be how this offensive line will come together. The offense is going to have to work around a young offensive line.
Right, and you know what, Van, to rebuild a team like this, you got senior, junior, sophomore, and usually on the position rankings. And so what you do is whoever was the second string guy last year for this past spring, you give him the first shot because he was a backup the year before, and then the younger guys can come in there and try to beat that guy out. But you've got to have competitive battling every day for positions. It's just that's the way it is, and that starts with Coach Speakman and his coaches and the job that they do as far as handling this guy that's good but you got another guy that's just as good as him. And then you got another position where there's not a guy in there as good as those two, so you start moving people around. So Eric's probably, I'm sure, had to move some people around to get especially the offensive line. I'm a big deal about offensive linemen and how important the offensive line is. So hopefully we'll see tonight. And I want to say this about when you're watching the game tonight, those guys that make the dynamic plays, those guys that'll break the long run, or those guys that'll make unassisted tackles, maybe some picks, and that quarterback that can move the football, running and throwing, and make a difference. I think you'll see those guys will line up as starters for us next fall.
Well, we are in the pregame stages getting ready for the 2021 spring football game. Van Riggs alongside Coach Spence McCracken, Mac McCracken down on the field. All the teams still warming up. We're going to be a little after 6 o'clock before we kick this football off tonight here at Bulldog Stadium. A very, very nice sunny afternoon here getting ready to wrap up spring football practice. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll also take a look at the fall football schedule, which has pretty much been finalized except for a couple of dates here and there down in Montgomery at Crampton Bowl. But we'll run down that for you as we continue and get you ready for kickoff of tonight's ball game here at Bulldog Stadium. Back here at Bulldog Stadium as we get you ready for tonight's 2021 spring football game. And Coach McCracken, last year taking a look at the schedule for the Dogs. Dogs, we mentioned, finished up at that tough road trip at Saraland, 46-27. And that was the most points the Dogs had given up all season. I know defensively they were really disappointed in the way they came out. And you really, I know they had a good game plan going in. They really felt good about that game. But you go back to the Auburn game, 37 points was the second highest scoring total for any team against the Bulldog defense. And that was a team that had like 23, 24, even maybe 25 players out with COVID contact tracing last year. After that, the Dogs had two big shutouts during the season. A Robert E. Lee on a Saturday in Montgomery in a rainy, wet, sloppy game, one in which the offense put up 19 points and shut out Lee to really seal the deal with that region championship.
Right.
And then a very impressive second-round game here against a good Hillcrest Tuscaloosa team. That was a Hillcrest Tuscaloosa team that the week prior had took care of McGill-Tulane at home and really beat them really big. And we know how good McGill's been throughout the years. And you know, that Baldwin County, Mobile area has been a tough one for the Dogs, and hopefully can find a way either to get them here to Bulldog Stadium or get over the hump. Coach Speakman and this Bulldog team have just been really, really impressive through the years in region play. And in Coach Speakman's time here at Opelika in his 3 seasons, Coach only one region loss. That was when the Dogs, were in the other region back in 2018 when they fell to Wetumpka. 5-0 in 2019. Last year, a perfect 7-0. 16-1 in region play over the past 3 seasons, and 7-3 in the playoffs during Coach Speakman's 3 years here at Opelika. And I know he's looking forward to getting over the hump. And, maybe one of these seasons where here early on at least there's some growing pains, and this team gets better as the season goes on, especially when you're replacing a quarterback, running backs, and several key positions on defense.
It took us, when I got here in 95, it took us 5 years to basically build this program, actually 3, to build this program back up to where they could be competitive. And Eric's done it in 3 years, and coming after Brian, so he's made a lot of good things happen. So let's take this young team and let's see what he can do with them. It's going to be a real challenge, but again, tonight's the night to find playmakers and find people that are going to be able to make things happen for the Dogs on offense, defense. And I understand they've got a 9th grade kicker who's just outstanding. I watched him. I can't recall his name, but kicking 45, 50-yard field goals. Yep. So, anyway, let's see what happens.
He's a very, very good, talented player. Who you're referring to there is Johnny Cecina. He's a 9th grade kicker, currently in the 8th grade, number 39. So we'll be looking for him tonight. Of course, kicks won't be live tonight, but they'll get a chance to put some up there. And we've got our captains out on the field, and Mac, they're going to have to do better than that now with these jerseys. We can't have them all bunched up in a bun down there. We're going to have mystery guys down there. You're going to have to try to decipher through for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we would like to welcome you inside
I can see that's Jarrell Stinson, and so I did get that part there, and Sean Jones, who were the captains out, and I did not see who exactly won the toss. Did you catch that, Mac?
No, I didn't. I was looking at this herd over here to my left, like you were.
Well, you have to catch up with Massey there. Ask him who's got the football to start. Yeah, Massey's normally up in the booth during the game, so he may have to find his way around. That's one thing. Did you figure it out, Mac?
Yeah, Coach Massey's team is receiving.
All right, so Coach Massey's squad is going to get the football first. That is the black team. They are wearing the black jerseys. The red team wearing the white jerseys. There is no kick off team out on the field. But we've got Will Carroll, a sophomore kicker, who is set to kick off for our spring game, kicking from left to right, and gets a good end-over-end kick. Jarrell Stinson will field it at the 10-yard line, and the kicks are not live, so we'll line it up and play football from there.
The ball will start at the 30-yard line.
Coach, I know you like seeing those end-over-end kicks.
That's pretty good to the 10-yard line, though, for a 10th grader. That's not bad.
Yeah, that was
not
good.
Bad.
That was. All right, we see some big boys up here on this red team, which will be playing defense first out of the gate here, and then the quarterback coming out for the black team looks like it will be Roman Gagliano. He's the sophomore quarterback, so he'll get the start. And
his daddy is a ninth grade football coach.
So they'll have it from their own 30-yard line. The black team starting and moving from right to left. George Myers moves in motion. 2 wideouts to the right. Oh, high snap. Got over Gagliano's head. He's going to have to go back for it. Stinson's going to pick it up actually in the backfield, and he's going to run. He's in trouble, and he's going to be hemmed up for a big loss after he breaks a few tackles up around the 22-yard line. So going to be a tough loss. Could have been a lot worse. Maybe 8 yards there. Going backwards is the black team.
Yeah, that center's got to put it back there. Can't have those missed snaps like that. And that'll come with lots of reps. Lots of reps.
George Myers going to check out. Looks like Caden Cooper will check in.
That'll make it 2nd and 17.
Second down and 17 as they spotted the ball at the 23-yard line. So 2 wide receivers, wide side of the field. That's the near left side of the field. And we've got a penalty early on here from this
There's a flag.
judge here on the near side. It's going to be a substitution penalty against the Bulldogs.
Legal substitution on the offense.
Coach Massey not going to like that one.
That's a 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
So Jamie Ferguson out there, I think he going to have a word with one of his black stars, so black players here on the black team. 2 wideouts either side. Gagliano drops back, sets, fires, and nearly got the official there across the middle of the field. He was trying to hook up with Caden Cooper on a crossing pattern there.
Yeah, he threw that short.
Intended for number 23, Caden Cooper.
So this will be 3rd down, and it will be a 3rd and long.
So 3rd and 22.
3rd and 22. After that penalty, the ball inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So some work to do here for Roman Gagliano at quarterback.
Roman's got a good arm. Watched him play last year.
2 wideouts either side. Then Gagliano gets the snap, trying to drop back, try to set up a screen. It's picked off, and it's taken in for a touchdown for the red team. That is a pick 6, and on that interception, if we can get the number there.
This pass is intercepted by Thomas for the red team touchdown.
Last name Thomas.
Yeah, I did not see the that was Chaney Thomas. That was Chaney Thomas, number 30, a senior defensive back, getting in there for the touchdown. So big pick 6 for Thomas there, and he puts the red team on the board early, and we'll see the first extra point attempt. And
nice.
Bryce Speakman will hold, and the kick is up, and the kick is good, and that is Mo Forbes up with the extra point. So early 7-0 lead for the red team. Gets them on the board with a pick 6. We'll take a quick timeout. Back after this, you're listening to Bulldog Football here on Fox Sports The Game. Back here inside Bulldog Stadium, end-over-end kick again by the red team.
Knocked that one down to about the 7-yard line, Van.
Yeah, that was
needs to get a little more height on those kickoffs.
Will Carroll again with the kick here for the red team. I tell you, they're going to mess me up with this red team and white jerseys. So early on the board here, it is a 7-0 lead, as the away team will be the red team. So 7-0 our score, and here comes the black team back out for their second series. And we will see Jarrell Stinson actually running quarterback here. First and 10 from the 30-yard line. Stinson has 3 tight in on the right side. Now George Myers goes in motion, and everybody to the right side. Stinson's going to take off and run for it. Right side's got some run room across the 40. He's across the 45, across midfield. There goes Stinson down the sideline. Stutter steps at the 35, and he's inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
That's what we're talking about right there, Van. Put an athlete back there.
41 yards on the run there by Jarrell Stinson.
Good blocking by the right side in that trips formation. And Jarrell took that all by himself.
Mac, I think that play will work, don't you think? That might be one you can dial up.
All day, all night.
There you go. Jarrell Stinson there. Running right side. Gets a little yardage for the black team there.
First and 10, black team from the 29.
At the 29, moving from right to left. Trying to get some points on the board here. Gagliano out of the shotgun. High snap again. Gets it down, hands it to Cooper right side. Cooper with a nice hole. He's across the 25 down to the 24-yard line. Going to be close to a 5-yard pickup.
Pretty good by that right side of that offensive line on the black team. That's a high snap again.
Well, you've got some young guys out there for the first time.
From the 25.
Looks like a
O'Shea Wright's the center.
Probably some guys playing that have never played the position, too. Yeah. 2nd down and 6 play now for the black team. Gagliano drops back, throws across the middle, tipped, and it is intercepted. Tipped off the wide out and picked off. Here comes the red team the other way, across the 25, across the 30, and tackled down to the 36-yard line on the interception for the red team. That was Jalen Peters, a sophomore defensive back. So 2
nice play
interceptions for the red team here early. And after the big Stinson 41-yard run, the black team comes up empty-handed again.
Gagliano threw a nice ball. That ball should have been caught. The kid caught it and went right through his hands, and interception.
Yeah, bounced off Christian Wright, the senior wideout. Right off the shoulder pad and into the arms there of Jalen Peters. So this will actually be the first time the offense for the red team has been out. This will be J.T. McCardle out of the shotgun from the 36-yard line, incomplete. He got pressure there from the black team defense. That was number 35, Will Gardner, in there on pressure on McCardle pretty quickly back there in the backfield.
Yeah, Will got to play a lot last year and did a good job at defensive end.
From the 37-yard line, it will be 1st and 10, red team. They are in control here 7-0 with a defensive pick 6. McCardle drops back, step fires, and that one dropped at the 45-yard line. Tried to hook up with Sean Jones, and Sean could not hang on there. That'll set up a 3rd down and 10.
McCardle's pass falls incomplete. That'll make it 3rd and 10.
Good pressure by that the black defense then.
JT with a really big arm. He's got a cannon. 3rd down and 10. We'll see if he airs it out here. Checking the sidelines, his coaching staff again. Jonathan Chandler, offensive coaches Bam Prescott, Coach Battle, Landers, and Gibson over there. Here's the 3rd down play. McCardle drops back, steps up, flushed out of the pocket. McCardle thinking about running for it. Now will throw on the run in traffic. Tip nearly intercepted by the black team, number 23.
McCardle's pass falls incomplete.
Caden Cooper back there playing defense.
Pass was broken up by Cooper.
Yeah, sure was.
So Caden Cooper in there playing defense. It'll be 4th down, and it will be punting time now for the red team. So not much offense. It's been the defense, mainly for the red team, that's really been showing out early here, Coach.
And the black team defense got good pressure on
J.T. McCardle going to punt it away here. High hanging punt. Stinson grabs it. And we'll see the black team offense come back out. Down on the sidelines, Max, so far, what's the feel down there on the sidelines?
Fielded by number 2, Stinson.
All right, we got some signal problems there with Mac on the sidelines. We'll see if we can't get that worked out. When they fired up the PA in here, Mac, we may have some interference going on, and may have to do a rescan on our channel there. Got a lot of new technology up here in the press box. Hey, that's why we got the spring games. Not only is the football team warming up, we are as well. So there we go. It looks like Stinson's back out at quarterback. The black team trailing 7-0, and Jarrell Stinson will work out of the shotgun, and he'll work it from around the 33-yard line. Stinson drops back, is going to throw one. Fade pass downfield, short, intercepted. Red team, their other way across the 40, inside the 35-30, and knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Will Garner on the tackle.
Going to be a holding penalty
Stinson's pass is intercepted.
on the red team. They're going to bring this back.
There is a flag. I'm not sure. I'm trying to say, I believe that was the number that came off the field on that interception. It's stylish right now to bun up your jersey in the bag, but it's not good for getting your name called out on radio or TV. We can't see your number.
Not a real good throw then by Stinson.
Yeah, he left it short, and it was just the defensive back really just camped out at the 45-yard line and intercepted that one and took it the other way.
Right.
So we'll wait and get the official call down on the sidelines.
First and 10, red team from the 49.
Red team's football. It'll be 1st and 10. J.T. McCardle out of the shotgun near midfield. He'll be from the 49-yard line on this play. 2 wide out left, single receiver to the right. McCardle hands it off, and there's a nice hole up the middle, across the 40, across the 30. Nobody's going to catch it. 25 inside the 10, 5 touchdown, and shoestring tackle there by Stinson, but taking it in was Taylor Love there at running back for the red team.
Nice run by Taylor, right up the tubes behind the offensive line. Great job right there. I don't think anybody laid a hand on him.
No, they didn't. 51-yard touchdown run there by Taylor Love, and at running back, a position that going to need some folks to fill in. Taylor was in good last year in goal line situations, but that time he looked really good just running it up the middle. Taylor, a big guy, 6'1", around 200-pound junior last year, going to be a senior this year. And the extra point is up and good by Will Carroll. We'll step aside, take a quick break. It is a 14-0 red team lead here at Bulldog Stadium. Well, we'll see the black team offense come back out. They got to get some points on the board, Coach McCracken.
Yeah,
so far, Jarrell Stinson was a highlight reel on the one play, but so we'll see
1st and 10, black team from the 30-yard line.
Gagliano come out at quarterback.
See if they can get some kind of a running game going with a couple of these other backs. Pretty good gain right there, about 5 yards.
That's a good carry by Caden Cooper.
Cooper on the carry.
Outside stretch zone around the right side.
Tackle made by Landon Willis. The play gains 5 yards.
5-yard pickup.
2nd and 5.
So around 2nd and 5 here. Roman Gagliano out of the shotgun. And he'll hand it off to Stinson in the running back position there. Couldn't move across the 40, across the 45, and he's brought down near the 47-yard line. That will be plenty enough for a first down and get the black team moving towards midfield.
Boy, Van, he has got some explosive speed.
He does.
Coming up through there. Goodness.
He's going to be playing some pretty good bit of offense, I've got a feeling, this year.
I do too.
So up to the down rather to the 47-yard line.
Timeout, red team.
Looks like the red team's taking a timeout. So we will step aside and take a timeout as well. You're listening to Bulldog Football. Right now 14-0 red team on top, and they're taking a timeout. We'll be back after this. Gagliano takes a shot downfield. Heavy traffic. Tried to hook up with Jarrell Stinson, but it's incomplete. And that will bring up
Gagliano's pass falls incomplete.
a second down.
For number 2, Jerome Stinson.
So you see Stinson, Coach, he's working in here in several different positions.
Yes, sir.
And I know he's a playmaker. Coach, you've always said it. Your playmakers have got to touch the football, and he's certainly one of them. So here's a 2nd and 10 again. This will be the black team from their own 47-yard line. George Myers in there working from right to left out of the shotgun. Is Gagliano. And this time hands it off to Caden Cooper. Cooper with a nice hole. And Cooper down close to the 47-yard line. Made close to 4 yards.
The play gain 7 yards.
All right, check that, 7 yards.
That'll make it 3rd and 3.
I think it may be about a 3rd and 4 here. So the black team on the move. They're trailing 14-0 here as we continue play in this first quarter. There's a handoff to the left side. And Caden Cooper's going to be maybe about a yard short of the first down. He is down to the 44-yard line.
Cooper on the carry.
Man, I can't help but notice number 74
Make it 4th and 1.
playing on the black team. Malik Autry. That is a big child.
Yes, number 74 right there.
Yeah, the left tackle. Big guy.
He is a big guy. Anchoring down that left side of the line. 4th and 1. Black team going for it. Ball just inside the 44. Snap on the ground. Stinson's got it. He's got the first down. He's down the sidelines inside the 35, and he's pushed out of bounds around the 28-yard line. That's going to be 18 yards, and certainly good for the first down. That'll move the chains.
That was on a bobble snap, too. Bad snap, and Gagliano got it up and handed it off to him. Good job.
Darrell Stinson in the offseason committing to Auburn University. He still has several teams after him, including a familiar recruiter for the Bulldog fans, Brian Blackman, who's down at Central Florida now. So, wouldn't say it's completely over yet, but he's got a lot of schools knocking on his door. He's got several SEC offers, Tennessee, boy, a number of them right now.
Right.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line for the black team. They're trying to get on the board. They trail the red team 14-0. 5:45 left here in this first quarter. And looks like a timeout taken by the black team. We will take a quick timeout as well. We're back with more Bulldog football after this. Here's Gagliano on first down, hands it to Stinson left side. This time Stinson's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Going to be a loss on the play. Good job by the defense crashing down there by the red team to get a negative play for the first time on Jarrell Stinson today.
Fine job on defense. Had swarming defense, 4 or 5 folks over there tackling Stinson.
That's going to be a 4-yard loss back to the 31.
4 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 14.
So 2nd down 14. We're winding down close to 5 minutes left here in this first quarter with the red team with a 14-0 lead. A pick 6 and a big Taylor Love run, the scoring so far for the red team. Gagliano out of the shotgun. Stinson to the left. Stinson will get the handoff, running to the right side. Stinson stutter steps inside, and he's going to be brought down at the 30-yard line.
Stinson on the carry.
That was a good stop over there by the red team. That's
that Green Bay sweep around the right side. They run that a lot here. Made a couple of yards.
3rd down, 13.
Definitely going to be a pass situation here, a draw, a screen. Look for something like that. Like to see Gagliano make some plays here.
Ball spotted at the 30-yard line. So 3rd and 13 for this black team. Dropping back. Gagliano's going to take a shot, going to throw it. Nice pass caught inside the 20, inside the 10. 5, touchdown Bulldogs. Nice reception there by the black team. That's Christian Wright.
I told
he dropped one earlier. This time he got a touchdown.
Yeah, I told you, Gagliano, I watched him last year with that 9th grade team, and he really threw a good ball right there. That's going to give him a boat full of confidence right there.
26-yard touchdown throw, and the black team is on the board here, an extra point away from making this a 7-point ball game. In for the extra point, Charles Gagliano for the extra point. Nobody out to pressure, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. 14-7. It is a red team lead, but it's down to a touchdown now with 4:01 left. Let's head down the sidelines now and check in with Mac. I think we got you cleared up, Mac. Let's check down on the field. How's things going on the sidelines?
A whole lot better now for Team Massey. Great throw right there, great catch, great route running. DB just went underneath, just missed him right there. But let's see here. Yeah, the black team is now fired up, folks.
Yeah, Mac, I just told Van that throw by Gagliano is going to give him a lot of confidence.
Absolutely. Anytime you're a young quarterback coming in here and competing with these seniors and everything like that, that's a good little jump start for him.
Right.
All right, we're going to have to find Coach Speakman down there on the field too, Mac, when you get a chance. He said he wanted to do some commentary here, so when you track him down. All right, when you track him down, let's we'll get a little ESPN A-Day action going here. 14-7, red team on top. Red team getting the football back here, and we'll see if I know they'll want to stretch this lead back out. A couple highlights so far. Taylor Love, big touchdown run, Coach McCracken, and then we had I should say any pick six is big, but it was a little short pick six, about a 5 or 6 yard scamper into the end zone.
Yeah, Taylor Love, nobody ever touched him. Great run.
Bryce Speakman will get his first snaps. Taylor Love is back in there here as the red team comes out. Speakman from the 30-yard line will hand it off to Taylor Love out of the backfield. Love dragging those defenders towards the sidelines. He's going to pick up 2 yards. He was hemmed up about 3 yards deep in the backfield.
Yeah,
so
the black team pursuit from the backside caught him on that sweep play around the left side. They got good speed. Opelika has always had good speed, Van.
He was dragging those defenders with him.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
So 2nd down and 7.
I think that was Will Garner in on that tackle from the backside.
Here's a throw out into the flats. Sean Jones, the speedster, trying to turn it upfield, and he's up close to the 40-yard line. They will give him the 40. So that's going to be right at the first down marker and enough for a first down.
Nice throw and catch by Speakman.
One of those things about those speedy wideouts like Sean Jones, you want to get it to him quick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
2 wideouts to the left side, single receiver to the right. Speakman in at quarterback. 3:16 left in this first quarter. Handoff now to Taylor Love. Going to be a reverse play here. Sean Jones back the other way. He's got an opening across the 45. He's across midfield. Jones gets that sidelines. It may be trouble. He's down inside the 35, and he's finally hemmed up at around the 31-yard line.
Sean Jones on the carry.
Sean Jones, coach, he's got so much speed.
That was beautiful, wasn't it?
I was talking to Coach Massey back this past weekend. He said Sean Jones came out, and, Jarrell Stinson's been running track. And Sean Jones just blew past him for a touchdown at practice, and all of a sudden Stinson went, whoa, what happened? And Stinson's known as the speedster, but, boy, Sean's got some speed too.
Yeah.
First down, big run all the way down close to the 30-yard line at the 31. Speakman out of the shotgun, throws out into the flats, trying to set up a trick pass here, and they're going to throw it downfield. They've got Taylor Love at the 15-yard line. Taylor Love inside the 15, and he gets down at around the 11-yard line.
Nice little screen throwback.
That was Jamori Thomas, the wideout, who was able to catch that and still stay with the play and get it downfield to Taylor Love. I thought for a moment there Jamori Thomas was going to be hemmed up.
I believe that's one of those trick plays.
Yeah, each team only has 4. Yeah, I think the red team used one of theirs there.
Yeah, I believe that was one.
Speakman, quick handoff up the middle. Nice run inside the 15.
I wonder if that's Hughley running.
That was
Jaden Doolittle on the carry.
That looked like
Doolittle.
Jalen Doolittle.
Fires on the tackle.
I wonder if that's any kin to Tez.
The play gains enough for
Sophomore running back Doolittle there. Taylor Love back in there at running back. It'll be 1st and goal from the 4 for the red team, trying to stretch their lead back. Here's Taylor Love, and he is inside the 5. He'll get down close to the 3-yard line.
Love on the carry.
1:40 left, 14-7. It's a red team lead over the black team right now. The red team in the white jerseys threatening
Play gains 1 yard.
to punch it in. They're from 3 yards out.
That'll make it 2nd and goal from 3. Correction.
You're talking about those trick plays, Coach. You've got 4 trick plays. And after that, it's a penalty if you try to sneak one in. There's a fade pass in the corner, and I think that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown to Sean Jones in the corner. Nice throw by Bryce Speakman in the corner of the end zone. He laid it up, almost an alley-oop type throw over to Sean Jones for the touchdown, and the red team stretches their lead now 20-7, and a point after attempt coming up for the red team.
Excellent play.
Mo Forbes for the extra point. Bryce Speakman, after throwing the touchdown pass, will hold for the extra point. And the snap down on the ground, but got it up. No pressure, of course, and Forbes' extra point is up and good. 21-7 right now. It's Coach Jonathan Chandler and the red team smiling over on the shady side of the field. They're in the shade, and they've got the lead. 1:13 left in the first quarter. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Fox Sports 910, 1310 a.m. The Game. We're back here at Bulldog Stadium. Our score right now, 21-7. It is the red team with the lead over the black team. Black team's offense will come back out and try to get some points going as they find themselves down 14 with 1:13 left as we get close to the end of the first quarter of this 2021 spring football game.
1st and 10, black team from the 30.
And I believe JT McCardle has flipped over now to the black team, Coach, it looks like.
I think you're right.
Yeah. So I think they're short and trying to get some quarterbacks some reps here. So they are wearing the red jerseys. They've got Trips receiver to the right side, Singer receiver to the left from the 30-yard line. McCardle going to take a shot downfield. Here's a fade pass trying to hook up with Stinson and just overshot him out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. So McCardle tried to hook up with Stinson on a home run pass there, and it comes up short.
Yeah, he's got to keep the ball further inside than that. Got to give Jarrell a chance to catch the ball in bounds. Wasn't a bad throw. He just led him too much outside.
Yeah, he certainly showed off his arm there. He's got a cannon. 1st down and 10, and the black team could use a big play right here. They're down 21-7 to the red team. Trips to the right, Singer receiver to the left. McCardle in at quarterback out of the shotgun. JT drops back, pump fakes. He's in under pressure, and he's going to be brought down at the 25-yard line, sacked for a 5-yard loss. So McCardle goes down in the backfield, and that's going to put the black team in a pickle here. 3rd down and 15, and with that loss on the play, Coach Adam Massey's going to take a timeout. Have a chat with his team. Matt, down on the field, what's happening on the sidelines down there? You're on the black team sidelines. They've got to get some points going.
Yeah, they do. I'm trying to track down here, Coach Smith.
There he is.
Get something out the end of the first quarter here. So shoot me back here at the end of the first. We'll see if we can get a little end of the first quarter interview.
All right, well, hey, there he is right there to your right. So
yeah, he's just shaking hands like a good politician should.
He's wanting some TV time. So he's loving this. He said before the game, I think I may come up there with you guys and just call the game. I'm just going to kind of sit back and watch. So, hey, when you're the man in charge, you can pretty much take yourself out of the equation of tonight and then sit back and enjoy the ride. But a good time for him to kind of sit back and evaluate. 54 seconds left in our first quarter of this spring football game. JT McCardle will come back out. Coach, maybe another opportunity here to show his arm off. See if they can take another shot here. They've got 3rd and 15 from their own 25, and only 54 seconds left here in this first quarter. McCardle's going to drop back. Pressure again. He's on the run, and he's in trouble. And he's brought down at the 24-yard line. He's going to lose a yard on the play, but, boy, good pressure there by that defense.
Marcia Collins has been in there twice now, number 48, done a really good job.
Play loses 1 yard.
Jake Smith, too.
That'll make it 4th and
Collins, one of those returning guys from that defensive group last year. They got a lot of playing time.
Yep. Nick Zachary's in there too at defensive line, doing a good job. And if you remember Monte Hutchinson from last year.
They got some good defensive players in there on that red team. George Myers will get a shot at punting here. Ball from the 24. George stands at the 10. High snap. Boy, look at George go up, snag it out of the sky. One-handed grab on that one, and he got the punt away, and it hits down around the 41-yard line. But I tell you what, you got to watch that, Coach, because if that snap happened in a game and that punter snagged that ball like that, he just saved you a safety.
Yeah, that's –
I mean, well, he went up and somehow snagged that one down.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Will Garner was a long snapper then, and I would imagine Will's going to do it this year.
So that's the end of the first quarter. And we'll take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll see if Matt can catch up with Coach Speakman, get a little head coach interview coming up on the way next. Again, our score 21-7, red team on top here at Bulldog Stadium. First and 10 play, Speakman in at quarterback for the black team, and he goes down quickly. Again, we see good pressure in there.
Good defensive line.
Speakman sacked by Johnson on the play.
There was a lot of pressure coming from the black team there. That's going to be a loss of 7 yards all the way back to the 32-yard line. So Speakman will work out of the shotgun, drops back, steps, throws, and that is caught out to the 41-yard line.
Nice effort.
That was really good effort. That's Javante Connor, who's wearing number 7 this year. What a tall target he is.
He sure is.
So that picks up a good bit of yardage all the way up to the 44. That's going to be 12 yards, and after that loss, it'll set up a third and manageable here, 3rd and 5 for the red team. 2 wideouts either side. Speakman going to change his play at the line of scrimmage. We're just underway here in the second quarter with the red team on top, 21-7. Empty backfield. Speakman sets up a screen pass. It is caught out of the backfield, turning it upfield for the first down across midfield. There's a big hole down across the 30, inside the 20, and he is gone inside the 10. 5 touchdown. Red team touchdown, and that was Hashawn Jones, I do believe. No, that was Jamori Thomas. Check that. Jamori Thomas, the speedster there, number 6 out of the backfield for the touchdown.
Nice play right there. Good execution. Little swing pass.
Well, right now, red team in control, 27-7. Coach Adam Massey not happy about this one. It's getting out of hand. We're going to have to get down there and Coach, you may have to call timeout and go down
Coach,
there.
I think Coach Speakman has loaded the teams up a little bit, to be honest with you. The red team, I'm going to agree with you. The red team, I think, has got just a little more talent than the black team.
All right, I'm going to find out. I'm going to get the scoop Sunday at church from Coach Massey. We'll find out. Mac, I tell you what, Jamori, that is some speed. How did it look on the field down there?
Yeah, he's very, very fast. I was standing by Coach Speakman. He wandered off. I was trying to get a little interview with him here. He's going to come back over. But, yeah, just a little swing screen right there, and then he found that little seam, and shoot, yeah, that's all she wrote.
Yeah, Jamori Thomas, he's a smaller guy, but they described him last year before the season started kind of like a high school version of Jalen Waddle that played at Alabama. Just a guy that's so quick.
Oh, yeah, I remember when we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know, he showed some glimpses of it last year, but if he can pull off runs like that in the regular season, it's going to be exciting.
He needs to be in there all the time.
Touching that football. So we are underway here in the second quarter. It is now 28-7. Red team on top. We'll see the black team offense come back out, and we'll see if they can get some points on the board. They'll start 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Big shout out again to our presenting sponsor tonight. I want to thank the Orthopedic Clinic. Also, By City Decor, Frederick Dean Funeral Home, and First Baptist Church bringing you tonight's spring game. JT McCardle back out for the black team. 1st and 10. Down 21 points here in the second quarter. Got to get some offense going. Out of the shotgun, high step. McCardle got it down. Cooper gets it out of the backfield. There's Cooper with a pretty nice run. Had a big hole, but it closed up. It's going to be close to an 8-yard pickup, though.
Caden Cooper on the carry.
I got to get those snaps down, man. The snaps too high.
7-yard pickup for Cooper. That was one where it looked like a nice hole really opened up and closed up. They'll give him 8 yards up to the 38. So 2nd and 2.
Nice blocking by Skylar Frazier over here on the right side on that last play.
2 wideouts left, single receiver to the right side, and Cooper gets the handoff, and Cooper carries it up to the 42-yard line, enough for the first down. Coach, I'm looking down here at the stands. Really good crowd here at Bulldog Stadium.
Yeah, I noticed that. Really good crowd.
Yeah, we got a good crowd over the visiting side, too. So the red team, they brought a good crowd with them, Coach, from Redville, you know. 1st down and 10 for the black team.
1st and 10 from the 42.
Here's McCardle in at quarterback, out of the shotgun, drops back, step, fires, throws, in and out of the intended target, trying to get it to Davian Jones.
Yeah, should have had that one.
81, Jones. That'll make it 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10 for McCardle and the black team offense. 2 wideouts to the left side, single receiver to the right. 9:25 left here in the second quarter, 28-7. It is the red team, as you're watching on the video stream, wearing the white jerseys. Here's a handoff out of the backfield. And this is Ja'Cory Thornton on the carry, a junior running back. And Thornton is going to pick up.
That's a good-looking runner right there.
Yeah.
Like him.
Going to pick up 6 yards, so
3rd and 4.
That will set up 3rd and 4.
Brazier and Marquavian Johnson, also at right guard for the black team, doing a good job of blocking.
Big 3rd down here for this black team, trying to keep the chains moving. McCardle out of the shotgun near midfield, throws out to the flats. Nicely read by the defense. They're in there to break up the pass and nearly come up with an interception.
Almost.
Is the red team across the way. That was Jaden Stinson over there, senior defensive back, coming in and breaking that one up. The intended target was Christian Wright, a senior wideout. But it's 4th down and decision time coming up for the black team. They're down 21 points. Offense wants to stay out there. We'll see what they decide to do. I think Jarrell Stinson stays done, Coach. His helmet's gone. I think Coach Speakman said he may play the first quarter, and that may be about it.
Yeah, I think that is it for him.
Well, down on the sidelines, checking in with Mac. Mac, where are you roaming around? I see you coming across the field now. How are things going? You going to track down and get Coach Speakman here?
He bailed out on me a minute ago.
All right. Well, he talked a big game before this game, so
do it like the old man, Mac. Go over and snatch him up. Tell him you got to be. Riggs is on you right now. I want you to come over and talk to him.
All right, there he goes. Take it away. We got him now.
All right, Coach. A lot of turmoil and trash talking before this thing began here. How are we seeing it unfolding right now?
Well, now that the game started, it's a lot of fun. You got to control the coaches up there in the coach's office, and they're like a bunch of kids up there that you got to put in timeout, and when they start getting on each other. But it's a lot of fun watching these kids out here to compete.
Anything stood out to you yet there?
A lot of guys running around that look real fast, so that's good.
Okay. We'll get back with you.
4th down, going for it. McCardle drops back, and he's pressured again and just has to throw it away. Incomplete. George Myers, the only black jersey near that one, and it was well out of reach for Myers there, so it's incomplete. So that'll be a turnover. The red team back with it. And I'm looking down, Mac McCracken, at who's coaching this red team here. I've heard of him before, Jonathan Chandler. He knows a thing about offense, and he's putting up some points, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm with the old man on this one. This one might be a little loaded on the other side there.
Yeah, and I looked, and now the red team's pretty much got most of the defensive linemen back from last year too. So I'm kind of wondering the same thing here, you know.
I mean, I guess something must have happened because I know Coach Beekman was in charge of drawing the team, so
yeah,
we don't know if a little inside agreement happened with him and Coach Chandler.
Yeah, you know, he may have made Massey mad at lunch. I don't know. We'll have to see. Here's the red team back out from the 45 of the black team. Pump fake. Gagliano's in at quarterback. Takes a shot downfield. There's a good-looking pass and a nice defensive play that knocks it away from the intended wide receiver there on the red team.
We got a roughing the passer call.
I think that was. I don't have a number 8 over here on the red team, Mac. If you can figure out who number 8 is on the red team, that's one I don't have. There was some number swaps before the game. Maybe that one didn't get relayed to us. So a penalty, as Coach mentioned, the roughing penalty is going to put it down at the 30, and it'll give a first down to the red team. Gagliano pump fakes, throws across the middle, and it is incomplete. Tried to get it across the middle of the field to Tony Powell.
Here comes Hughley in the game. Van, check him out. Number 24, the running back for the white team, for the red team, in the white jersey.
So this is Calvin Hughley. He is an 8th grader currently at the middle school, will be a 9th grader moving over to Opelika High School this fall.
He's a big kid, too.
Second down and 10. We'll see if he gets a carry here. Gagliano out of the shotgun.
There it goes.
Yeah, we'll give it off to Hughley, running it right side, turning it up. Boy, nice hard run, 9 yards down to the 21-yard line. Going to be close to a first down. That was a good-looking run by Hughley.
Yeah, his daddy was real proud of him right there.
Hughley on the carry.
Hey, Mac, that's the man, isn't it?
9 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
He looked like the old Washington Redskin Riggins.
So 3rd down and 1 after that Hughley run down to the 21-yard line. And Hughley again on the carry. He spins it in the hole there. He's got the first down. Stays on his feet down to the 15-yard line. Good, tough running by the young 8th grader there, Calvin Hughley. Oh, we do have an injury here on the field. This is one thing in these spring games you certainly don't want to see is an injury. So we'll take a timeout. 28-7 here at Bulldog Stadium. Red team on top. They're on the move offensively, and we'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with more Bulldog football after this. Back here at Bulldog Stadium, thankfully the injured Bulldog is okay. And there was a run there by, I believe that was Doolittle there on the carry. But there is a penalty, and it's going to back things up for the red team. A hold on the play. They're leading 28-7. Currently here at Bulldog Stadium, we have 7:48 left in this first half. The red team, boy, with a touchdown here, Coach, could pretty much put this one on ice.
Yeah, I think you're right, Van.
Still first down.
So it'll be a first down at the 29-yard line for the red team. Gagliano out of the shotgun. Play action. No, hands it off to Doolittle, right side, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
He's got some.
White on the carry.
Well, I'm really impressed with these backs. A lot of the speed they've got.
Yeah, Coach.
Well, you know, the track team just won the state championship. Jimmy Johnson and Alex Dowdell. Congratulations to them. And, you know, track and field is about 80% speed. And Opelika's got a lot of it.
Showing it off here on the football field. 7:14 left here in this first half. 2 wideouts to the left side, single receiver to the right. Gagliano with a 2nd and long, going to drop back, throws, and nice throw down at the 19-yard line, and that one was hauled in.
They'd have called another penalty. They had roughed up Gagliano down.
There's a flag.
I tell you, Coach Speakman's not going to be happy with these roughing your teammate penalties here. I remember a couple of years ago, Auburn had the 8A game, and they had a player get thrown out for targeting in the 8A game. And I thought, come on now. Take it easy on that friendly fire there.
Yep.
They declined the penalty, so they want to keep him in that 3rd down situation here. just inside the 20, down at the 19-yard line. Red team from right to left, they're leading 28-7, trying to put another one with 5:55 left here in the first half. Gagliano again to the air. It is caught. This is Javante Connor. He's inside the 15, and he's down to the 13-yard line with a good pickup of close to 6 yards.
Well, I really like Gagliano's arm. He's just a 10th grader, Van. He throws the ball well.
One thing, Coach, we talked about this week was this game's not really about, the older guys who've played before. We've pretty much seen them and know what they do, but it's a guy like, like Roman, who can come out here and show off his arm and show he's capable with the lights on in Bulldog Stadium with fans in the stands to, throw the ball downfield.
Got a field goal here,
Yeah,
man.
Coach Speakman wants to try a shot at a field goal here. This will be from the 21-yard line, so this will be about a 38-yard field goal just inside to the right of the hash here from the left side of the field.
So Cena to kick. Bryce
This is the kicker that you really like.
Yeah, this is a coming up 9th grader, Johnny Cecina. Snap down. Cecina with a big leg, end over end, and just missed it to the right there. Just about had enough leg on it, but missed it to the right, so it's all right. Cecina booted, they said, about a 40-yard field goal in one of the 8th grade games. So you can tell he's no stranger to
he's
kicking it big. The Bulldogs have been fortunate to have some good legs through the years. Marshall Myers playing now for the Auburn Tigers over at Jordan-Hare Stadium on Saturdays and working out with Coach Harsin and the team. Saw him here earlier watching younger brother George.
First and 10, black team from the 30.
Black team back with the football, and that was a good stop for their defense. They needed it. They're down 28-7, and they'll start from there on 30-yard line. Bryce Speakman back in at quarterback. And Speakman gets the snap, throws to the near side. It is caught, turning it upfield across the 41-yard line. It is number 81, Davion Jones.
Davion Jones.
Nice throw and catch.
Tackle made by Jalen Peters.
So 11 yards, enough for the first down, up to the 41-yard line. And the black team trying to hurry up, and a timeout's going to be taken by the red team defense to try to regroup here just a bit. So while we got a moment, just running down the schedule for the fall coming up. It's going to be a big home game here at Bulldog Stadium. Coach McCracken, Callaway comes in. They're coming off of the 2A Georgia State Championship. And when you say 2A in Georgia, we're talking about 800 students in the school. The classifications are completely different in the state of Georgia. So that 2A Georgia school would equal a smaller 6A school in Alabama. So you can't get caught up on that.
And that happened to be the home of Tank Bigsby.
Tank Bigsby, that's right. We saw him a few years ago.
Yeah, we did.
Auburn High coming up here at Bulldog Stadium in week 2. Then a trip to Sidney Lanier, and then Eufaula back here at Bulldog Stadium. And we'll run through the rest of the schedule as we continue here. First down for the black team from their own 41. Speakman hands it off. This will be Caden Cooper trying to cut it up right side, and Cooper's pushed out near midfield. I think they're going to say he stopped out at the 47. So he's going to be short of the first down. So this will be second down.
The play gain 7 yards.
It'll be 2nd and 4. They're going to mark it back. Here's Caden Cooper tackled in the backfield at the 42-yard line. That was a really nice stop there by Tony Powell.
Excellent.
Loses 4 yards.
What grade is Tony in?
Tony's a senior.
Boy, he's a.
But he looks good out there.
He sure does.
And that number 33 jersey on.
Wow.
Big linebacker. 5:45 left here in the first half, and the black team trying to get some points on the board. They've got a 3rd and 8.
Hey, how you doing, man?
3rd down 8, and Speakman drops back, pressured, steps up, and he's taken down back at the 34-yard line. Going to be a big loss. That's going to be 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 4th down, and it will be punting time For the black team, it will be George Myers coming back out to punt. And they'll pull the teams off here as the punt teams kicking teams are not live.
Man, we got an ex-Bulldog in the booth with us, Jeremy Gray. If you remember Jeremy, he's a politician now.
That's right.
And at Auburn, but boy, he's a great player for us.
So there's a nice kick by George Myers, and it'll bounce down around the 25-yard line.
When did you graduate? What year did you graduate?
442.
Both of y'all, 2004. This is Van Riggs. This is our main man calling the games. These guys are great warriors right here.
Second fiddle to Coach McCracken for sure. Mac, how things down the sidelines? The temperature's dropping down a little bit. You need a little windbreak or anything, or are you doing okay?
I was a little chilly there. I got the arms crossed, and it is kind of dropping down a little bit.
Well, I tell you what, the sun, when we saw the kickoff time of this game starting at 6 o'clock, we knew we were going to be in trouble for the first half of this game, thankfully. Most of the games at Bulldog Stadium are after the sun sets, but on the home side here, you get a nice dose of sunshine in your face. 4:42 left. Here is J.T. McCardle back in the game. He's pressured and on the run, running to the right side, and McCardle brought down for a loss back around the 18-yard line.
Van,
McCardle's been in trouble, Coach, when he's in there.
Not only Jeremy Gray, but this is Andrew Rowell. And if you remember LaMarcus Rowell, this is another Rowell. Were y'all any kin to each other?
Not really, but we probably are.
Well, let me tell you what. This might have been the best linebacker that I ever coached. And I say LaMarcus was right there too. But Andrew, very quiet young man. But, man, could he make some tackles and play some ball. I'm glad y'all came up to visit. Oh, he's going to give y'all a look out.
Yeah,
man.
we got to have a conversation. You got to have the mic going there. So there you go.
Good. This is
well,
good.
You don't need it, Coach. You've got one.
Here, Andrew. Tell everybody what you're doing now, man.
Well, I'm up in the D.C. area now. I'm a logistics program manager for the National Science Foundation. So, Office of Polar Program. So we oversee the logistical operations down in Antarctica. So some pretty interesting stuff.
That is awesome, man. I have no idea what he just said.
I'm a DJ at the kicker. My goodness.
The logistics program. Man,
Goodness
Andrew,
gracious.
I told you he's a smart kid,
Yeah,
man.
certainly. Yeah. You didn't see that one coming, did you, Coach?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Second down and long, and there's a play going in the wrong direction there. Handoff McCardle out of the backfield, and the running back was in trouble from the get-go there. That was Satterwhite on the carry there.
Andrew, what was your biggest highlight as an Opelika Bulldog? You had to have one.
Coach, my biggest highlight was hosting Central Phoenix City here, number 1 versus number 10 State. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I had hurt my ankle a couple weeks prior against Robert E. Lee, and I was not able to play in that game, and I had to watch it from the sidelines. It was.
Oh, there's a pass caught downfield. It was tipped, and it is caught, and it is down inside the 10-5 touchdown. My goodness.
Is that?
Tip drill. Goodness me, that was a Hail Mary, and it was tipped, and it was in Jaden Stinson's hands or a big touchdown. My goodness. Boy.
Very nice.
Well, if the red team needed a Hail Mary for a touchdown, boy, they finally got one and got on the board here. They stretched their lead to 34-7. Coach, I'm telling you, Adam Massey going into the locker room here with the black team's going to have a long halftime talk.
So was that the game? Was that the game we played at night, or was it a day game?
It was the nighttime.
Night game, yeah.
We were down 14-0 going into halftime, and we came out and had a
extra point.
Yeah, man.
Matthew Motley kicked the field goal with time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that Tez ran the ball over here and got it down to the 35, and Matthew went in and kicked that winning field goal.
Yes, sir. It ate me up. I couldn't play in that game.
That was the one where you said Matthew just kind of walked out nonchalant.
Yeah.
Just boom. I got it.
It's kind of like the guy in Hoosiers, when he told the coach, he said, Coach, I'll make it. Well, and Matthew looked at me and said, Coach, I'll make this. And he had 10 or 15 yards to spare, didn't he?
Yeah. And how long was the field goal? It was on 50?
About a 44-yard field goal, 45 yards.
Yeah. So well, I tell you, and that's one game I know the Bulldogs have got circled. It's not the region game anymore, but, it's been since 2015 since the Dogs have gotten Central. Almost had them here at Bulldog Stadium last year and had just a heartbreaking loss where, the Dogs were – Coach, they're getting close to midfield, and all of a sudden that little middle screen, that linebacker read it and picked it off near midfield there, and you really felt like the momentum had shifted. You had Eric Watts with the big long touchdown run, and then that was a tough one.
And Jeremy, give Jeremy that mic real quick. Tell him what your highlight. Well, you're a big politician now, and with the Auburn folks, but tell us about your favorite times here. I know you had a highlight game or something.
Yeah, I think mine was my 10th grade year when we played Larry Breckens down in Dothan.
Yeah.
We pulled that game off. And then I think that was at Blunt, my 11th grade year in the playoffs in the fall. When we pulled that game off.
Yeah.
Down there. It was a playoff game, like second round. Oh, Daphne. It was Daphne.
First and 10 black team from the 30-yard
I think it might have been Blunt.
Well, you probably won because Coach only remembers the games you lost.
Jeremy ain't got to remember anything we lost.
Here's a handoff to the right side. Black team back with the football. Caden Cooper carries it to the 29-yard line as Gagliano back in there at quarterback. That's going to be a pickup of close to 4 yards, so it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Did either one of y'all play with Keon Hughley? You didn't play. You know Keon, don't you?
Yeah, I know his son.
Yeah, his boys. He can rock now. He's number 24. He's a big, good-looking 8th grader. 8th grade, going to be in the 9th grade.
Caden Cooper on the carry, and he gets up to the 26-yard line. This will set up a 3rd and 4 for the black team, who really needs to get some points on the board here, trailing 34-7 with 2:30 left here in this first half. And Charles Gagliano back out working at quarterback here for the black team. 2 wide receivers left, single receiver to the right side. Here's a handoff to Cooper running it right side. Here's a good hole across the 40. He's up to the 45 and up close to midfield. He's going to be brought down at the 49-yard line, so that will move the chains. And
Cooper on the carry.
Coach Massey trying to get on the scoreboard here with the black team before the end of the first half.
Hey, Matt. Matt. Hey. I got Andrew Rowell and Jeremy Gray up here in the press box. I know you'd like to say something to him.
Oh, yeah. I've been listening to the whole thing. And going back to Andrew's story with that 1 versus 2 game, sitting right here, and Matthew walked right out there, and right where that ball was dropped right there is about where he just ran out there, clock is about to snap it, boom. Drilled it right towards the old scoreboard.
He's down here on this end down here.
Pass incomplete to Jordan Tolbert across the middle of the field. It will be 2nd down now and 10 at the 49-yard line near midfield.
Oh, those were some good days, man.
Well, Jeremy, you've been keeping up with this 8th grade team. How about Malik Autry, 6'6", 250? Yeah.
I like Malik as well.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, I think you're going to have some good players coming up soon.
There's a pass that was tipped in the backfield, incomplete, so it's going to be 3rd down. Yeah, there wasn't many offensive linemen or defensive linemen last year for Opelika, junior, senior, whatever, that were that size. So.
Oh, I know. He's a big boy.
I like Jalen Peters, too. He's I think he plays safety.
Yeah,
he's pretty good. He's Montavious Collier's cousin.
Yeah. Montavious.
We have called his name out, I believe, already today, too. So here's a 3rd down near midfield for the black team, trying to keep their drive going, moving from right to left. Gagliano drops back, pressured, and just had to throw it away. Nobody nearby. Tried to get it to M.J. Walton, a sophomore wideout, but out of bounds and incomplete. So 4th down, and I think the offense will stay out. 1:45 left. Got a feeling this will be a quick second half, Coach. I think you pretty much –
yeah.
This is a really good first half for evaluation. You've seen a lot here in these first couple of quarters.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming up, man. Y'all need to go down. You know, about 3/4 of the coaches down there coached you guys that are still here.
Shout out to Coach Speakman.
Fourth down. There's a home run
Look,
shot downfield by the black team, incomplete. Tried to hook up with number 12, Christian Wright, who's already called a touchdown pass today, but it's incomplete. And it'll be a turnover heading back to the red team. Jeremy, I know you're in the community a lot now, and boy, I tell you, for a spring game here at Bulldog Stadium, this is a really, really good crowd here.
People come out for the first time.
I know.
The
doorman said he had to have help because the line was so long.
Well, and, you know, we missed it so much here calling the games. I know the players missed it last year, and this just the packed houses. We've got Auburn here this year. Callaway's going to be a big game to start the season. This is going to be an exciting football season.
It's going to be good to have it all opened up, too.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I about had it with masks, man. Jeez.
Absolutely. CDC coming out with a new guidance this week. It was exciting, so it's good to see things getting back in the right direction as far as sporting events, and looking forward to the fall. Red team back out. It'll be Bryce Speakman back out at quarterback. 2 wideouts either side. Speakman from his own 35-yard line. There's a screen pass set up. Nice catch across the 40, 45, cross midfield. And there was a good catch by Brody Jones. There's another youngster there. Brody picking up a first down.
That's Coach Speakman's boy. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's his son. He's a junior.
And that's and of course that's Billy Jones' son there. Of course, working here at the high school. Coach Jones' son with a nice catch. Down to the 48. Speakman with a pass nearly intercepted. He overshot his intended wideout over on the far side, and Speakman took a pretty good shot there from Will Garner. And Speakman a little slow to get up after that shot.
Y'all know that the Bulldog track and field team won the state championship 2 weeks ago. Jimmy,
And the indoor. I have a resolution for them. I got it signed by the House and the Senate.
Good.
We'll get that to them sometime soon.
That's great news. Great news.
Speakman up after taking that shot on that incomplete pass. It will be 2nd down and 10 at the 49-yard line. Step, fires, throws, incomplete. Tried to get it out to Jones here on the near side again. Incomplete. So this will be 3rd down, 1:10 remaining here in this first half. 34-7 our score. The red team in control, wearing the white jerseys here so far. 3rd down and 10. Speakman out of the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the right. Single receiver to the left side. Here's that young Hughley running back across the left side. That time he's going to be hemmed up in the backfield. A good stop there defensively by Dylan Earl. So 4th down for the red team. Mac, what's Coach think about everything down there? You having a nice little conversation? What's Coach Speakman think as the first half winds down?
We're having a good old conversation. His boy just got laid out a couple of plays ago, and he just wanted to come over here and just tell me, he said, you know, I really don't want to get him hurt because I just spent some money on his baseball for this summer. That's what we were just talking about. But
hey, Mac.
Coach, how we winding on down here?
Well, good. You know, this black team has given up some big defensive plays, and the white team, you know, they'll be mad at me saying that I gave the white team or I guess the red team all the offensive players, but it was even. They just gave up more big plays, so I have to get on Coach Massey for that. But it's been fun. We've seen a lot of big things from some players, but, you know, we're going to have to piece together an O-line out of this group, and seen some good things and some bad things out of that bunch.
All right. Well, word is from the press box that they think there was some under-the-table dealing with Coach Chandler on these teams that you picked them.
Negative. I didn't let anybody in my office while I picked these teams. So, in fact, we're rotating quarterbacks now just to try to make it even.
Hey, Mac. Tell him Andrew Rowell and Jeremy.
All right, we're back here. Let's see. It's Speakman here on 4th and long. He's got a shot, aired it out downfield, undershot his receiver in and out of the intended, I should say, the defensive secondary back there, and that's incomplete. So that was a 4th down shot, just undershot it, and Caden Cooper, who was back playing defense there, nearly came up with it. 58 seconds left. here in this first half. Again, big shout-out to our sponsors, the Orthopedic Clinic, Bi-City Decor, Frederick Dean Funeral Home, and First Baptist Church in Opelika.
Y'all make sure y'all go down there and see them. I know them coaches want to see you.
Sponsoring our broadcast today.
Yeah, y'all going down there.
Less than a minute to go here in the first half.
Yes, sir. Jeremy.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Love you guys, man.
Keep them straight in D.C. now. All right. You got a lot of jobs, it sounds like.
Hey, see if you get a reunion one time with all the players and the coaches, and we'll sit around and tell stories.
Nobody will get a word in.
Y'all.
Nobody will get a word in but Coach if you're telling stories, right?
That's right.
Here's J.T. McCardle back in the game. And there's a pass downfield and just out a little too far in front of his intended wideout inside the 15-yard line, but we do have a penalty, and there's a hold against the black team offense. Boy, not much going right for the black team, Coach McCracken.
No, I know that. Boy, I tell you what, though, McCardle, he's got a big arm. The guy throws that ball a long way. And the 10th grader, Gagliano, throws the ball a long way.
That'll make it 2nd and 10.
53 seconds left here in this first half. Van Riggs, Coach Spence McCracken, Mac McCracken down on the sideline. Sort of a unique broadcast here with our spring football game tonight. On those watching on YouTube and also listening in on Fox Sports 9, 10, 13, 10 a.m. the game. There's a nice throw and catch out across the 40-yard line. Nice tackle broke inside the 20, inside the 10. The black team on the board with another touchdown. That's the senior Christian Wright wideout taking it to the house for the touchdown. That'll make it a 34-13 game and a point after extra point attempt coming for the black team. So that was a big score with just 43 seconds left.
Yes,
That'll
sir.
get Coach Massey and his team over there a chance to cheer offensively. They've been needing some big plays. Good for J.T. McCardle, too. Good throw there and nice grab and nice job with the moves after the catch from Christian Wright, Coach McCracken.
Sure did. He broke that tackle. Cornerback did a good job of getting away from him, scored.
So getting a kicker on the field now. This will be Charles Gagliano.
Charles Gagliano to kick. Speakman to hold.
It'll be Bryce Speakman to hold, and here's Charles Gagliano and his extra point attempt. And the kick is up, and it is good. 34-14 our score. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with more Bulldog football after this. Back here at Bulldog Stadium, 2021 spring football game. Van Riggs alongside Coach Spence McCracken. Mac McCracken down on the sidelines. It's a 34-13 lead for the red team. They are back out on the field. Red team wearing the white jerseys, and as if
we're missing a lineman.
So some personnel issues there getting sorted out here for the red team. And
1st and 10 red team from the 30.
I tell you,
we go.
I have to get on Coach Speakman. We got red jerseys.
Got a right guard in there now.
You know, Coach, we got red jerseys. We got a red team, but I guess the quarterbacks had to wear something. There's a handoff in the backfield, and his coach reacted there. That one was in the backfield, busted up pretty quick.
The white team offensive line
Tackle made by Dylan Earl.
is not big. That is definitely not the starters. That's the younger ones.
Coach Speakman going to let this one wind down. Looks like this will be the end of the first half of play here at Bulldog Stadium. So it'll end 34-13 with the red team taking the halftime lead into the locker room. Matt, you want to catch up with Coach? Just get some first half thoughts on this one before we break here.
That's the end of the second quarter.
I already mentioned I think it's going to go 2 8-minute quarters for the second half. So.
All right.
Hi, Coach.
Red team.
How do we do? How do you feel about that first half with some starters, some just mixing up, but hey, no injuries, so I think everybody looked okay.
Yeah, that was the best thing is no injuries out of that bunch, and we saw a bunch of guys playing offense and defense. We worked a lot of that this spring, giving guys multiple positions, and it's been really good to just play an inter-squad game and not have to get ready for somebody else that you would be playing on this another school. so we can work on little things like that and just keep the plan real basic, but get a good look at a bunch of kids.
Good deal. Well, Van Riggs up in the booth said he is highly disappointed in you by making the white team be the red team.
Well, we put it out as black versus red, and then I didn't want to break out the red jerseys for game jerseys, so we had to go with white. So he's a professional, so he ought to be able to handle it up top.
All right, go coach him up, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Well, he was up here earlier, and you'll be happy to note he brought a red pen and scribbled it all over my my roster here, so I wouldn't get confused. But that doesn't really help when they're in white jerseys. But we're making it work. We are at the half, 34-13. It is the red team on top. Mac, what'd you think of the first half? I know there were some youngsters out there, and we got a chance to see some. I mean, I thought we really saw some speed on display. We knew we always, when you win the indoor and outdoor track and field events, you've got speed here at the high school. But it was certainly good to see it on display.
Yeah, it was, and we just, I was talking to Coach Speakman late a little bit ago, and it's really good that we are not short of any kind of speed, and you can't coach speed. We're just trying to, he said, we're just going to find the line and make sure everything's okay, and with quarterbacks could put them all in different spots with some different packages and everything like that. But, as long as you got speed, if you just find the right positions and make right packages work, you got a pretty good shot at making something special happen here. But, going back to the first quarter, like I said, the first half, it was good to see. It was good to see number 2 back there at quarterback on those little sweeps and everything, and Taylor Love playing fullback. I mean, that looked like old Sir Jason Finley back there. So, a little bit of both ways playing this year looks like. So, could be a fun season.
All right, Matt McCracken down, bringing us our sideline reports tonight, and again, a big shout out to our sponsors. Presenting sponsor, the Orthopedic Clinic by City Decor. Also, Frederick Dean Funeral Home and First Baptist Church bringing you this year's 2021 spring game between the red versus the black. Won't be a terribly long halftime. We come back, we'll take a look and continue our preview as we run down the schedule for the upcoming fall with a big home opener coming against Callaway. We'll take a quick break and come back right after this. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Fox Sports 910, 1310 a.m. The Game. Welcome back here to Bulldog Stadium, 34-13. It's the red team with the lead over the black team. And Coach McCracken, as we were talking, we were looking at the schedule and we were talking to Jeremy and everybody up here in the booth. And it's going to be exciting to see Bulldog Stadium back with a packed atmosphere. Looking forward to getting these stands back packed. And you can tell right now from the spring game attendance just how eager fans are to get back out in the stands. A lot of these fans, this is the first time they were able to come back to a game. If you didn't have a season ticket package or corporate sponsor last year, you really couldn't get in to watch the Bulldogs live here inside Bulldog Stadium. So it's going to be really neat to kick the season off with Callaway, a defending state champ from Georgia, just up the road in Hogansville, right there in the LaGrange area. That's going to be a big game to start the season off. Auburn High in week 2. We know how big that one's going to be. They had a spring game yesterday and won, I believe it was 34-14 over Eufaula at home. There's the Keith Etheridge era. Coach Adam Weingard moves on after the season, and he is now up in Tuscaloosa County. And Keith Etheridge now over at Auburn High School. A trip to Crampton Bowl in week number 3. And right now, Crampton Bowl does not come out with their schedules until we get closer to the season.
Thursday, Friday, or Saturday.
So I think when I was looking at it, there's a couple of games here and there. It doesn't look like there's a trio of games at the bowl, so maybe it will just be a Thursday situation for us. We had the Saturday game last year. But at Sidney Lanier, September the 3rd, and then Eufaula coming back here in week 4 in a big region game. That will be the first region game, or second region game after Sidney Lanier, I should say. And Eufaula, they certainly look pretty good. They were leading that game against Auburn at halftime. 14-7, so can't really take too much out of a spring game there. Then you move down into week 5. You head to face Carver in Montgomery, and then on the road at Central Phoenix City. And then to start the month off in October, heading to Russell County. Coach, they've got a new coach there, and Coach Griggs, he takes over. They're putting a Jumbotron in, putting turf out in Seal. He's really, really energized the program out there, and so that will be you know, the Dogs' first trip to Seal in a long time. It's been a while since Opelika's made the trip to Russell County.
We never played
for years.
Seal.
It was always here.
I know.
So
that's right.
Opelika
Exactly.
will be headed to Corbett Mitchell Stadium there in Seal October 1st. Then Robert E. Lee comes in. The final 3 games are Lee at home, Valley at home October 15th, and then October 22nd on the road back at Crampton Bowl there to wind things out. So you've got 3 trips this year to Crampton Bowl, a trip to Central Phoenix City, and a trip to Seal. So not bad for travel. So
no, it's not bad for travel. It's you got some tough opponents up there, though, that we've got to hopefully we can handle. And I like starting the season off with Callaway. I think that'll be a great test for us. And you know the old saying, Van, that you always need to win your first game, if at all possible. It just helps the morale of everything. And Callaway will be a good opponent, as they always have been.
They will be. Winning a state championship last year. They've been so close in the past few years, but you know, when Tank Bigsby was there, and you know, they had their great running back Charlie Dixon and some of these other guys, but they still were very, very talented last year. And they just got on that run, and they finally were able to overcome it. They played Fitzgerald, Georgia, over there at the old Brave Stadium. They played it at Fulton County now. They play it outdoors. And they just really, really demolished that Fitzgerald, Georgia team. That's a team when I was broadcasting the Smith Station football games, we went over there to Fitzgerald. That is a football town. There is hardly anything. Then they have Walmart Supercenter and a couple restaurants, and that is it. And that town shuts down on Friday nights. We got there and went out to a restaurant, walked in there, and it was like the music stopped. We had on, you know, different team apparel. You know, we walked in and it was like once everybody got over the initial shock of, whoa, out-of-towners are here, everybody was nice and cordial then. And, you know, we got our hamburger at the famous, or I guess it was the place to go eat there in Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
But they've had a powerhouse going there. They've been in that state championship game year in and year out, and Callaway went over and just really took it to them in the championship game last year. And they just recently, a couple months ago, got their ring. So that will be a big game to open the season. We know how good they have been the past couple times we faced them. And then Auburn High coming in here in week 2. So there will be certainly no time to sleep. There's no warm-up games. So you got to come out ready to play in week 1 here against Callaway. And then you turn right around. You got Auburn High coming in for the big rivalry showdown. And 2 years ago, we had Auburn High here. We had a helicopter landed and probably 10,000 people in the stands.
I remember that.
It will be exciting to get the stands back packed and get ready for some football coming up in the fall. We've still got 2 quarters to go here in the spring game. Most everything, I've got a feeling, will be pretty lax from here on out. And we'll take a quick break, come back, and we'll get you ready for the final 2 quarters here of the spring game. Red versus black. Red team on top, 34-13. You're listening to Bulldog Football on Fox Sports 910, 1310 a.m. The Game. Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium. I'm Van Riggs, joined alongside Coach Spence McCracken and Mac McCracken down on the sidelines. Mac, what do you think the plan is from here on out? It should be a pretty quick next couple of quarters here to wind down the spring game.
And I think we'll see a little bit of the young ones here, but you know, some of those young ones played in the first half as well. So future looks bright, and it's going to be fun to watch this second half of football, guys.
This will be Dalton Gunn who will kick things off to start our second half. Jarrell Stinson really put on a show in the first quarter. He has since, I don't think he's completely down to street clothes, but he's probably pretty much in his street clothes.
Set to kick. Number 15, Jamari Miller.
So the black team will be kicking off to the red team to start the second half. And again, red team in the white jerseys. So Gunn with an onside kick. And Gunn's going down for it. It will be picked up, though, by Calvin Hughley for the red team. 34-13 our score here in this intra-squad scrimmage. You know, the one thing Coach Speakman was saying, the one thing you don't have to deal with when you're playing another team or when you're playing yourself, you don't have to really prepare for anybody else and take time away from working on yourself. And that was kind of the goal, he said, and mine was having this inter-squad scrimmage was the fact that you can just work more on yourself and not really have to prepare for anybody else. Speakman in at quarterback for the red team. There is a flag on the play.
And left guard jumped in. Offensive lineman.
Full start on the offense.
There is a penalty.
That'll make it 2nd and 15. Correction, 1st and 15.
Yeah, you got a lot of 10th graders out there now, Van. I could just tell by looking at them.
Speakman out of the shotgun. That penalty backs it up to the 25-yard line. A handoff in the inside and a carry across the 26 just for a yard pickup there. That was Jaden Doolittle, the sophomore, on the carry.
Foreman Gentry on the tackle.
7:46 left in the third quarter. 8-minute quarters from here on out as we play here in the third. Speakman out of the shotgun. Throw out to the flats, and it's incomplete, intended for Jamari Miller.
Yeah, didn't get that up high enough.
Incomplete. Intended for number 16, Makai Simpson. That'll bring up 3rd and 14.
I think half our chain crew went to sleep. Where's our yardage marker? I think we missed it.
Oh, yeah, it's not there.
No.
The official's back there.
Yeah. Mac, go over there and start handling that duty for us here. 3rd down, I believe. Mac, you just have to hold up fingers for us. 3rd down, there's a throw out into the flats. This one is caught by the wide out over on the far side, but again, pretty good defensive play. Nice job, though. Staying up was Miller out there at wide out, turning it upfield.
Yep. Made about 4.
Pass is complete to number 16,
But
Makai Simpson.
no, was that 16? That is 16. Makai Simpson.
That'll bring up 4th down.
So it's 4th down, punting time. And JT McCardle comes back out to punt. We've seen Opelika use the quarterbacks a lot in punting situations. That sort of leaves your options open, Coach, as far as fakes go, and they usually have good hands.
McCardle to punt.
And JT gets it, puts a, good boot into that one.
Nice punt.
Boots it all the way down to the 25-yard line. So good punt there by JT McCardle.
Devin Dixon fields the punt.
JT, big, tall pitcher also for the Opelika Bulldog baseball team.
Right.
Good season. Came up a little short there in the first round at home against Spanish Fort just a few weeks ago. And they're watching that game. JT pitched really good, and that game pitched 4 shutout innings against Spanish Fort. A lot of two-way athletes out here, Coach. A lot of basketball players, a lot of baseball players, a lot of soccer players also out here.
Mm-hmm.
Gagliano back in at quarterback for the black team. Handoff in the backfield, and boy, that one was right there by number 75, Amari Smiley. That is a freshman in there for the white team, for the red team.
That's a big kid, isn't he?
Yeah. Smiley got in there and busted that run up for a big 5-yard loss back to the 21.
Play loses 5 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 15.
2nd down and 15 for the black team. They've got the 34-13 lead as we play here in the third quarter with 6:18 left. Trips receivers to the right, single receiver here to the left side. Gagliano drops back, throws out into the flats, and turning it upfield. The wide out broke a tackle down the sidelines across the 30, across the 35, and up to the 45-yard line across the way. That's a good pickup there, and like Coach mentioned,
Gagliano's pass is complete to number 22, Cameron Morgan.
That's Cameron Morgan, number 22. That gets all the way up to the 45-yard line, so good pickup.
First down.
So good for a first down to the 45.
1st and 10 from the 45.
5:44 left here in this third quarter. Gagliano out of the shotgun, and there's a handoff, bouncing it outside, the tailback, turning it upfield up to around the 22-yard line.
Ja'Cory Thornton on the carry. Tackled by a pack of dogs.
That was Ja'Cory Thornton on the carry there for the Dogs. Couple yards up to the 47-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Gagliano out of the shotgun, 2nd down and 8, nearing midfield. Gagliano drops back, throws, and incomplete. Looked like
that was
wide
tipped.
out and wide out. Our quarterback and wide receiver weren't on the same page there, but yeah, somebody, you're right, Coach. Somebody did get a piece of that one.
Somebody tipped that on the line of scrimmage, I believe.
So 3rd down and 8 for the black team. They would love to get some more points on the board. They trail 34-13 to the red team. Gagliano out of the shotgun. Drops back, throws a pass out in the flats. Caught 45. Good screen pass across midfield and all the way down to the 47-yard line on that reception. That was Ja'Cory Thornton again on the reception. Short of the 1st down, but it'll be a manageable 4th and 2, and the black team down 34-13 will go for it with 4:36 left in the 3rd.
Nice block by Colin Fears out here on the left side on that play.
Gagliano out of the shotgun. Thornton is the lone back. He'll get the handoff, breaking tackles, but able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Good penetration there by the defense, and looked like Alan Jackson was in there.
Tackle made by Alan Jackson.
Yeah, boy, that was a great tackle.
Play results in a turnover.
Mac, if Alan Jackson continues to make plays, can you think of all of the references that we can come up with? I was.
Hey, also, Coach Pickman wanted me to tell you on that would be the black team, number 6, which has got the red jersey. That's going to be Jaden Holloway, and that's just, he had it written down wrong on the roster.
Which number again? Sorry.
Quarterback that's in red, and number 6 is Jaden Holloway.
Okay. All right. So the red team is out. And from the home 46-yard line, it will be a handoff. Here's Hughley. Big hole across the 40, inside the 35, 30, breaking tackles inside the 10, 5, touchdown. Hughley with a big touchdown run, and the talented freshman, 8th grader right now, who will be a freshman this coming up football season, continues to show his skills. Calvin Hughley with a big touchdown run.
Hey, Mac, see if you see Hughley's daddy up there.
I'm looking for him.
Great run. Oh, beautiful.
Calvin Hughley watched a lot of highlights from him from the 8th grade year last year, and boy, he is talented.
Oh.
Extra point up, and it is good. And
with 4 minutes.
No, they call that no good.
No good.
Red team.
Wide left.
40.
So the red team continues to roll 40-13 over the black team. We're back after this. You're listening to Bulldog Football on Fox Sports 910, 1310 a.m. The Game. Back here, Bulldog Stadium, 4:09 left in our 3rd quarter. Calvin Hughley, an incoming freshman with a huge run, and
1st and 10 black team.
I think he already had the attention of the coaching staff, but finding his way to Bulldog Stadium on Friday nights, and also will be playing for that freshman team. 40-13 now the red team. Black team back with the football. Here is a handoff and a run out of bounds.
Pretty good run right there, too.
Yeah, I'm trying to check.
I can't catch that number.
Yes. I think they said it was Thornton again.
Tackle made by Mackay Simpson.
Number 20's his jersey's all balled up. That was him.
Yeah, Ja'Cory Thornton. He's a junior. Nice run.
So he picked up 5 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Man in motion. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Here's Thornton again. Good blocking up front. Gets him across the 40 up to the 41-yard line. That should be enough for a 1st down, 6 yards there by Ja'Cory Thornton. 3:20 left in this third quarter.
The play gains them out for the black team. First down. First and 10 from the 40.
First down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Here's Gagliano, throws a fade pass down the sidelines. They fight for it and
call that on
nearly.
That's offensive pass interference, I'll bet you.
Pass falls incomplete.
I think on number 6 pushed off here. Let's see if I'm right.
There is a flag down. We'll see if we can get the official call here. Yeah, I think they are calling that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pass interference on the offense.
So offensive pass interference, that'll bring it back, and
Second and 15.
black team, and again in a rough spot here, trying to move the football. .304 left. Roman Gagliano at quarterback. Trips receivers to the right, single receiver here to the left side. Gagliano flushed out of the pocket on the run to the right side, throws on the run, and it is called up near the original line of scrimmage, up to the 41-yard line. That was Cameron Morgan on the reception. 2:44 in the clock running here in the third quarter.
The play gains 6 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 9.
6-yard pickup, 3rd and 9 for the Dogs. From their own 41, hard count. Nearly got the red team to jump.
Yeah, almost. Gagliano, I sure do like his arm.
There is a flag on the play. It may have been
There's a flag.
too much time or some movement up front here.
Yep.
Offsides on the defense.
Oh, it's offsides on the defense,
Yep.
so that'll be a 5-yard penalty and moving it up for the black team. They'll get it now across the 45 up to the 46.
3rd down 4.
Third down 4 here for the black team, trying to get across midfield. They'll throw out in the flats. It's caught. Nice catch up across midfield. It'll be enough for a first down to the 46-yard line. Around the 47. Thanks where they'll mark it down.
Tackle made by White.
Black team is trailing here 40-13. It's been all red team with the highlights so far here at Bulldog Stadium. Ja'Cory Thornton, the tailback.
That guy's offsides.
Gagliano gets the snap, hands it to Thornton. Thornton breaking tackles, driving ahead all the way down to the 42-yard line. Good run there by Ja'Cory Thornton. Picked up 5 yards.
Good blocking up front. Good play.
He made
Good
something out of nothing there. 5 tough yards. 2nd and 5 coming up here for Team Black.
The play gains 5 yards.
1:07 left in the third. Here's Gagliano, drops back, throws a fade pass down the sidelines, and he is open. It is caught. That is a touchdown. Touchdown. That is Cameron Morgan down the sidelines into the end zone for the touchdown.
Gagliano's pass is complete to Cameron.
Hey, that's pretty nice.
Touchdown.
That's a nice throw from a 10th grader.
It is. 45 seconds left here in the third.
Mac, I bet you never seen a 10th grader make a throw like that very often, have you?
Sir.
That was beautiful.
Charles Gagliano with a nice throw and catch downfield. And Cameron Morgan, the sophomore wideout, hauling it in for the touchdown.
Charles Gagliano to kick the extra point.
So here's Charles Gagliano for the point after.
Gagliano to hold.
Look, the young boy's holding and the older one's kicking.
snap low, but got up and got the point after attempt up and good. Third touchdown now for the black team. 40-20. It's a 20-point lead for the red team with 45 seconds left here at Bulldog Stadium. Big shout out again to our sponsors, the Orthopedic Clinic, tonight's presenting sponsor. Also want to thank By City Decor, Frederick Dean Funeral Home, also First Baptist Church for sponsoring tonight's broadcast here on Fox Sports 910, 1310 a.m. The Game. Appreciate all those also watching on YouTube, whether you're watching tonight or on replay. 20-point lead here for the red team. Boy, we've seen some highlights from some offensive playmakers tonight, Coach, and defensively.
Yes, sir. Lots of speed, and I really like Gagliano's arm, and
well, and we said Jackson Bates.
Jackson Bates is not playing tonight.
He's not here tonight. Yeah, he's not here tonight, but he will be also one that really got a lot of snaps last year for this Opelika football team. So
George Myers set to kick.
George Myers is kicking. George, a soccer player also. He's got a big leg, and he can really boot it. Kicks this one to the right side, down to the 20-yard line. George Myers playing a lot of H-back also for the Dogs last year. And as a sophomore, so he'll be a junior coming up this fall. 45 seconds left here in the third, and substitutions coming in for Team Black. We'll see. It looks like Bryce Speakman will be leading out the red team, as they will start 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Two wideouts to the right side and two wideouts to the left side. There's a handoff, and now a nice job on the read option there by Speakman. He had everybody fooled for the moment there, and he runs for a first down, 11 yards up to the 41-yard line.
The play gains enough for the red team. First down.
I tell you what, Jaden Doolittle got punished on that one. He was the quarterback, or the running back rather,
1st and 10 from the 41.
that everybody bid on. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line, and quarterback run to the left side. Nice run across midfield. That's that number 6. Now, Mac, you're gonna have to refresh me again on
Thomas on the carry.
On that one was
Javory Thomas.
I think that was the one they had wrong, though, right?
Jane Holloway.
Holloway.
First down.
What year is he, Mac?
He's the 8th grade quarterback.
Oh, okay.
All right, so here's Holloway back in at quarterback. He's got some speed here, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. So
that's the end of the third quarter.
So at the end of 3, it's a 20-point game. Black team trails the red team 40-30 as we head to the final 8 minutes here at Bulldog Stadium. Quick timeout. We're back with more after this. You're listening to Bulldog Football on Fox Sports 910, 1310 a.m. The Game. First down and 10 from the 48-yard line. Red team with the football. Holloway in at quarterback here for the red team. There's a handoff to the left side and a nice carry close to the first down mark around the 38-yard line. Gonna have to get us a spotter down there, Mac.
That was a nice run right there.
It was.
Hughley on the carry.
That was Hughley. Yeah. we gotta stop tying these uniforms up in the back. Holloway at quarterback, 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Here's Hughley. Nice run down to the 31-yard line.
Boy, he's going to be a beast now.
That will be good for 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 3. All spotted down at the 31-yard line.
The play gains 7 yards. That'll make it 2nd down 3.
Jaden Doolittle back in the game. Doolittle will get the handoff. Bounces it outside, left side. Good for the first down. Out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
Good run.
Jaden Doolittle on the carry. The play gains it now.
So that will be enough for a first down. 7 minutes and 3 seconds left. They will stop the clock for the moment quickly and then start it back. 2 wideouts to the right side and a single receiver to the left side.
First and 10 from the 25.
Jonathan Chandler coming out and doing a little on-the-field coaching there. There's Holloway, quarterback keeper left side, and the defense does a good job stretching that one out for just a pickup of 1, maybe 2 yards down around the 23-yard line.
Tackle made by Corbin Gentry.
A lot of substitutions now coming in all over the place. 40-20, our score. It is
Gains 2 yards.
Team Red wearing the white jerseys with the lead and with the football here at Bulldog Stadium. Second down and 8 play coming up here for Team Red. Holloway at quarterback. And there's a handoff to the left side. And a nice run again near the first down marker. That's going to be down at the 16-yard line. And that was Tyler Moore, number 35 on the carry for the red team.
Third down 1.
Now we see Alan Jackson in there at running back for Team Red. Holloway gets the snap. There's Alan Jackson with a nice run. Jackson down inside the 5, down to the 4.
Good blocking up front.
Yes.
Good, nice run.
Allen Jackson on the carry.
Alan Jackson
Let's see.
giving hits and not just playing them. 5:19. And we do have an injured Bulldog down on the field. Mac on the sidelines. How's the feel down there on Team Black sidelines?
Kenny Prescott's loving it. He's still in heavily intense. Thinks they can claw their way back into it down by 20.
Hey, go get Kenny.
Always intensity with Coach Prescott.
Hey, you need to go get Kenny right
Get
now. Let's hear.
Kenny-
Let's
get
get a
Kenny
live convo with
Get him
Kenny.
over there with you, Mac. Get him over there. Tell him I want to ask him a question.
Hold tight.
All right, so he's giving a little instruction, a little teaching moment there on the sidelines. But well, there's nobody more intense on the sidelines than Kenny Prescott. That's why they keep him in the booth during the games. That's why he's in the box, right? During the season. Nobody in the box here during this game. All the coaches down there on the field, and for a lot of these coaches, Coach McCracken, they spend the time in the box at every game, so they're never on the field during the game. So this is a little different from them. So Coach
Matt,
Prescott enjoying this, I bet.
Matt, grab him up real quick. Tell him I want to ask him a question. Real quick, hurry up.
Hold on.
Kenny, I think your team. I think the black team. I think Coach Speakman might have outnumbered y'all with a little talent there. What do you think?
A little bit, Coach. Got a little bit more speed than we got right now, and a little bit more talent. Hey, that's why you play the game.
Hey, I know, but you're doing it. Hey, coach him up, baby.
There's Kenny Prescott down there on the field. So the injured player for the black team is okay. That's the good news. Trevante Hutchinson.
Got a little ankle sprain.
Looks like Jacob's over there. Jacob Ballard, the trainer, helping with him. First and goal from the 4 for the red team, trying to punch it in again. Here's a Holloway. Boy, nice move in the end zone for the touchdown. Boy, shifty moves there from Holloway.
Yeah, Holloway's quick now. I remember him from last year, too.
So, Jaden Holloway with a nice run there.
He's the quarterback on that 8th grade team.
Yeah, he'll be the 9th grader this coming up fall. So, some good run there.
Gains a kick. Gagliano to hold.
Well, you know his folks are proud of him, Van.
Absolutely.
Scoring that touchdown right there.
So the point after attempt up and good by Dalton Gann, and 46-20 now is our score. As we wind things down, just over 5 minutes to go. And we will take a timeout. And I will keep it here. We're about to have to roll it back out, so we'll see the black team offense come back out, and Jaden Holloway will come back out and run quarterback here for this unit as well. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Holloway will try to get the black team on the board one last time. 2 wideouts to the right, single receiver to the left side. And a quick snap. Holloway had trouble with it for the moment, but takes off down the sidelines. And a speedster getting down the sidelines.
He's fast now.
He gets a first down up to the 40. Looks like they'll mark him a little bit short here. I think they're going to mark him down at the 39-yard line, so he'll be a yard short of the first down.
That'll make it 2nd and 1.
Second down and 1 for Team Black. Here's a handoff to the tailback. Nice move. Ball popped free, though, I think. And the black team's going to hang on to it here. They will. Parker Kilcrease comes up with that fumble, saving the possession there.
Parker Kilcrease. That'll bring up 3rd and 1.
So 3rd down and 1 now for Team Black. And Holloway bobbled it, but it's going to cut it upfield. Nice move, and he's got enough for the first down. Boy, shifty back there.
He's got some good hips, doesn't he?
Yeah, he got it up to the 43-yard line.
What you reckon he weighs, 100 and about 20? Think he goes 120? He is quick now.
He's small, but he is fast.
1st and 10 from the 44.
1st and 10 from the 44 for the Team Black. Holloway out of the shotgun. Gets a snap, hands it off in the backfield. In trouble back there is Christian Wright, I do believe.
Let's see if Holloway's going to try to throw here.
The play loses 2 yards.
Check that. M.J. Walton. M.J. Walton there on the carry.
That'll make it 2nd down 12.
Walton, a sophomore, currently one of the 9th graders at the school, will be coming into his sophomore season here at the high school. Under 3 minutes to go. Holloway out of the shotgun. And here is a handoff again to Walton. And Walton gets up to the 46-yard line.
Walton on the carry.
So this will set up a 3rd and 8 for Team Black, who has a 46-20 lead over the red team here at Bulldog Stadium.
4 yards.
And 2:35 remaining. Yeah, we're going to have to talk to our defensive guys down there. Coach Massey and Coach Prescott. They're not going to like being on the losing end of this one today, are they, Coach?
No.
Here's Holloway's going to drop back, wants to throw. He's pressured. Now just slings it. What an arm downfield. He got it down. Nobody there, but he threw it down to the 15-yard line on his back foot. He sure did. He sure did. Mac, that was on the back foot and got a pretty good spiral on that one downfield.
I wonder what Coach Speakman just went out and told him.
He's going to make a lot of things happen.
Woo, he is good, Mac.
His arm and his legs. He's quick as a cat.
He sure is. So remember that name, Jaden Holloway, getting a chance here. He's out of the shotgun here. This will be a 4th down and 8. Holloway drops back, chance to show off that arm again, but he's pressured. Now he's going to have to take off on the run, and he's making something happen with his legs, and it gets across midfield, and he nearly got to the first down marker. Wow. I don't think he got there, but he put on a show for about 8 yards. He's going to come up a couple yards short, so the red team will come out. We'll see if Holloway will flip back around and play. I think Coach Speakman's saying give him the first down. I think they're going to, keep the offense out here for the black team. They're going to give him a first down. He's going to let Holloway in this black offense stay out here and run the show here. He was close enough. You get the good fortune of doing that in the spring game, Coach. That'd be nice if you could do that in the regular season. Hey, he was close enough. Move the chains. Right across midfield at the 49-yard line. Holloway scrambling again, rolling here to the near side. He's in trouble. Now cuts it upfield. Oh, he took a shot there at the 49-yard line.
That's
big
nice
hit there.
Hit. Number 73.
Yeah. That was
who was that on the
SCJ Johnson.
Nice tackle. Came all the way across the field, made that tackle.
As well as CJ Johnson.
Amari Smiley's another big guy up there on that team white that's made some big plays tonight.
Second down and 11.
We got Malik Simpson also up there, a junior, playing on the defensive line for that red team. Holloway out of the shotgun, back to midfield after that loss. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the black team, moving from right to left. And Holloway dropped the ball, picked it up, now trying to find somebody to throw it downfield. Turns that speed upfield. My goodness, he's across the 35. Makes a man miss at the 30, and he's inside the 20. He's inside the 10, 5. Touchdown, Jaden Holloway. Sign him up.
Wow.
Wow.
Man, now that made the whole game right there to me. Woo. Now there is an athlete right there.
My goodness.
A 9th grader.
Jaden Holloway.
Woo-wee.
Sports Center type play here at Bulldog Stadium.
Goodness.
Let's just end on that one. 42 seconds left. Mac, I think let's just kneel it and call it a day after that one. That was a good run there by that young fella.
I'm kind of speechless right now.
Yeah, Matt, you watched that 8th grade team last year. You knew how talented they were. You've been talking them up for a while.
Yeah, well, and let me tell you what Holloway's got. He's got that special gift to where under those Friday night lights, you could just see how much he loves it, and he's going to show out. And I mean, boy, oh boy, it's going to be fun here for a couple years.
Mike, did you see that shot he took down here at the 50-yard line?
Yeah,
and he got
so that whole
and he
playing scramble and coming all the way back.
Yeah,
looked like Larkins against Prattville back in the day.
That's right. And he after he took that hit, he jumped right up. Didn't bother him. You know, tough kid.
Ball player.
So 46-27 is the score. And we'll take a timeout and come back. We'll wrap things up here from Bulldog Stadium. 42 seconds left. And it's Team Black 46. Team Red 46. Team Black now 27. Welcome back here in the broadcast booth at Bulldog Stadium. Our broadcast tonight is presented by the Orthopedic Clinic, also brought to you in part by City Decor, Frederick Dean Funeral Home, and First Baptist Church of Opelika. So Cena's kick down to number 47, Jadarian Satterwhite. We got 42 seconds left, so it'll be interesting to see how the Dogs will play out this final few minutes here. 46-27 our score. And again, a reminder, after we break here for the summer, we'll be back here at Bulldog Stadium. August 20th is the home opener and the season opener against the Callaway Cavaliers. Defending state champs from over in Georgia. They'll be making the trip over and eager to get back against the Bulldogs. Last year's game was canceled due to all the COVID scheduling shifts. And last year's game was one that state of Georgia, they had to really they backed their start up about a couple of weeks, and that really is what led to that game being wiped off. Of course, if you remember, Opelika picked up Stanhope Elmore about a week's notice and made that trip over and defeated the Mustangs, who were no longer in the Bulldogs region. Eufaula over in Lee County last night as they took on the Auburn High Tigers in their spring game. Auburn winning that one 34 to 14, I think was the final score in that one. 42 seconds left here. The red team back out for a few last snaps. It'll be Bryce Speakman handing the ball off left side near a first down on a good run is number 16, Mackay Simpson. So Simpson does get enough for the first downs. That will move the chains. A carry up to the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10. The clock will now wind under 30 seconds left. Always good to start the season out at home, and especially after the lockdown and attendance we had last year. Here's a handoff to the left side. There's a big run. Good-looking run there by Mackay Simpson again as he picks up a first down. And he carries it down close to the other 40-yard line. 19-yard pickup, just shy of the 40 at the 41.
He's a 9th grader.
7 seconds, be time for one last play, and not sure. Coach Speakman's out on the field now. I think
that's it.
He's going to call it. So that will do it here from Bulldog Stadium. Really good crowd, really good night here for this intra-squad scrimmage. It's the red team with the bragging rights over Team Black tonight, so I'm sure they'll hear about this one. Jonathan Chandler, the winning coach. Mac, make sure you catch up with Coach Chandler after this one. We've got to get an interview with the winning head coach tonight and talk to him. Just let's snub Coach Speakman right after this one. We'll just go straight to the winning team. Let's get Jonathan. We can check in with Coach Speakman after that. Although I really would love to talk to Coach Massey. That would be good. Quick word down on the field, but, Coach, it's always fun to play these games. The one good thing about this game, no injuries, to report when you're playing an inter-squad scrimmage. That's something you always worry about, not even an inter-squad scrimmage, but just playing in the spring in general, Coach. You don't want to have an injury, you know.
I know, man. Absolutely right. And it looked like everything was good tonight. Did you see anybody seriously hurt?
Well, you had one with the leg injury there on the Trevante Hutchinson, which came down, but it looks like he was okay. He was there jumping around after the game was over with. A couple of hard hits, I know we saw Bryce Speakman take a good shot there in the game, but he got up from it. Little, good little jolt there. But a lot of these 9th graders, Coach, first time they've been going through the fire here in spring football. When you're of course, some of the players that were currently on the football team, Coach, they looked down and they saw the 9th grader coming up, Malik Altra, and they go, "This guy's 6'6", 250 pounds."
I know.
And some of the seniors are probably going, "Boy, I don't want to go against him." He's a big guy.
Well, I think the good things tonight was, and I agree with Eric. He was laughing about it, but there was a lot of speed on that field. We got a lot of speed, and we've got to be able to use our speed, just like in track and field, where you take it to football. Well, we've got some very talented wide receivers, and we get the football to them, and then our running backs. I tell you what, now they're gonna have to work hard to keep Hughley from running that football some as a 9th grader for us.
Yeah, but I think.
But with what we got, the running backs we got coming back, I think the offensive line is going to be a big key. How we can control the football, and I'm going to look at our secondary. Because the secondary last year, we had good moments and we had bad moments. But I think to have a more consistent secondary is going to be something that we're going to have.
Well, I think one thing we saw tonight with the offensive line, we saw some pass protection issues. A lot of the quarterbacks were scrambling around back there. But run blocking tonight, though, there were some times we saw some really good holes open up, and we saw the offensive line do a good job of making things happen there up front. So, where they may be a little more advanced in run blocking now, they may have to work on the pass block, and that may come. But all in all, you take this spring game with a grain of salt. You go back, you watch some things on film, you pick things out, and then you get ready for the fall. And you've got a doozy to start it out with here against Callaway on August 20th. And, it won't be long, Coach. It won't be long, and it will be here.
It won't. How did you feel about the quarterbacks tonight?
I really was impressed with, of course, we talked about Jaden Holloway there at the end and his speed, but we did not have Jackson Bates here tonight in this game, who will be a real key player moving forward. JT McCardle showed off his arm. We know about his arm, but question comes in about his mobility a little bit back there. Bryce Speakman was cool, calm, and collective back there, and then Gagliano, really good night throwing the football. I thought at times he made some good decisions and did well. We got Coach Speakman down on the field now. Mac, take it away. All right, he's directing traffic. So when you got a Mac, you take it away.
Are we good?
Go ahead.
All right, Coach Beckman. So how did you feel like the whole second half went? A little younger group coming in. Very exciting. And I think the donation got introduced to a little Jaden Holloway there.
Yeah, that's somebody that we've known about. We've been scouting him and the Hughley kid. Coach will remember Keon playing for us back in the 98-99 season, 2000 probably. And that was his boy. But, yeah, those two kids are really good, got a bright future. Going to give a lot of ninth-grade teams some problems. And then, we'll use probably at least one of them, maybe both, for us up on the varsity.
Awesome. Well, Coach, glad no injuries. No injuries. Got a few, I think, in a sprained ankle or something. But now we closed the door on spring. Give us a little bit of background of what the kids are going to look forward to in the summer and how the workouts go and everything getting ready here for Callaway.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll give them a couple weeks off, and then we'll come back June 7th, and that'll start our summer program. So we go 4 days a week in the summer, starting at 6 a.m. Kids are up here in 3 different waves, and we get some lifting in, some running, some good football practice in, and we go about 8 weeks, give them a week of July 4th off, and then before you know it'll be August. So I'll be getting ready for Callaway.
All right, Coach. Well, we had a good time this evening. Keep everybody safe, and we'll get ready see you here for Callaway.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
All right, Mac, you want to grab JC's? We're right behind you there. They're right behind you. There you go. There you go. He's trying to run away, but we got to get the winning coach on here.
Okay, here we go. I'm joined here with the winning head football coach, Jonathan Chandler, who took down Team Massey in a little heartbreaker or a little slaughter there. So, Coach, talk a little bit about your team and everything and how it went.
First off, I'll say this idea by Coach Speakman worked out fantastic. It was a great ending to spring 2021. It made all of the other coaches a little bit uncomfortable and have to prepare as if we were a head coach or a play caller for some of our other offensive guys. And then on my team, Coach Jimmy Johnson and Coach Jamel Smith did a great job calling the defense, and that's something that they don't usually do. So it made them prepare, and I think in the long run that's going to come and really help us out. We got a lot of guys, got a lot of reps this spring. I know y'all probably mentioned it, but we brought our upcoming ninth graders up, and we got some guys in that group that can make some plays. So I think all around, obviously we're happy. I think we get steak and potatoes on Sunday, and the losing team gets beanie weenies. So I'm sorry for that, but I like my steak medium rare. And then also we were 2 for 2 on our trick plays.
All right, good deal.
Got one for him too when you get ready.
Yes, because I know Pops and Van brought it up in the booth there. How do you feel the quarterback play is? I mean, even though you have 2 of them over here on this side, but you even had Holloway doing his little just unbelievable work right there near the end and everything. How do you think just being as quarterbacks that it worked out tonight for all of them?
I think all of them bring something a little bit different to the table. Obviously, you mentioned Holloway, and we gave him the nickname Hollywood because, as we saw tonight, he can make some plays with his legs. Each of them brings something different to the table, but the one thing that we really enjoy is they all got reps. They all had a chance to be in a leadership position. with each of their respective teams, and then we even kind of rotated them there throughout this game. So it put them in an uncomfortable situation as well, and I think it's going to put a good taste in our mouth and get us on the right foot going into the summer to, continue the competition. And, hey, we may play one QB, we may play 2, 3, or 4, or we may move some of these other skill guys around, and we're going to do what we can to put our kids in the best position to win football games.
That's awesome, Coach. Well, we'll see you here on Friday night for Callaway there, bub.
Can't wait.
Hey, Mac, tell him I got one quick question for him.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Come here.
Take him to the booth. 2 quick questions for you here, Jonathan.
Go ahead.
First off, who starts against Callaway? No, I'm kidding. Okay. Here's your easy question tonight. You do realize that you were the red team tonight, and I believe y'all wore white jerseys. I'm a little confused.
That's correct. That is something that I went to Coach Speakman about. I take pride in being from Opelika, and I remembered that a 6 o'clock kick at Bulldog Stadium on May 14th, that sun is going to be sitting right over there and blazing into the home sideline. So they got to wear black, and as y'all saw, they needed a couple kids, or some of their kids needed IVs at halftime. Our kids were fresh, and we wore white jerseys. So that's something I took out of the old Bear Bryant playbook right there.
Good call. Hey, have a great night, buddy.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, Jonathan Chandler down there on the field. Coach enjoyed it, and we'll look forward to being back here in a couple months. It won't be long.
Van, I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the season and seeing who's going to play what and where, and bring on Callaway, and let's get it started.
Mac, you lost your headsets there when I got up with Jonathan, but I asked him the first question: who starts against Callaway? Quarterback. Go ahead. Yeah.
Coin toss.
Yeah, I know it. Hey, Mac, appreciate you down on the field there, and we will catch up with you here in just a bit. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Mac McCracken down the sidelines. Again, our final here from Bulldog Stadium. The red team getting the best of the black team here at Bulldog Stadium. Again, we're back at it. Callaway, August the 20th here at Bulldog Stadium. For Coach Spence McCracken and Mac McCracken down on the sidelines, I'm Van Riggs saying so long, everybody, and go Dogs from Bulldog Stadium.